Pro.
Hello and welcome to another tutorial with me, Mike Smith. Gonna go off on a bit of a tangent this time and talk about a subject called K-metering. This was developed by mastering engineer Bob Katz, and the idea behind this really is to help you, one, it gives you a load of headroom for your mix, as opposed to the loudness war where everybody's trying to reach everything to digital zero. The idea behind this is you can have a meter which you would set to three options: K20, K14 or K12. For popular music or dance music, the recommendation is you use K14. Now the beauty of Cubase, now it has a K14 meter or a K meter built in. So let's try and describe it a little bit better for you. So again, I'm going to use a track that I've been using for a few of the tutorials lately. Now if I open up the mixer within Cubase, you can see here on the meter you've got the K14 scale here. So if you actually just click on it, you've got your digital scale, which is the normal where it goes to digital 0. That's what it'd normally be set to. What we're going to use is the K14. Now what that does is it creates, you can see there it's shifted our 0 to here and it's given us 14 dB of headroom. So the way I like to do things is to basically get my kick drum in, because the kick drum fundamentally, for me anyway, should be the loudest part of the track. So I'll get my kick in, and if I press play now, the idea is you set the volume of your kick so it is just tickling 0, just under, just over, you know, wherever you feel comfortable with. So there you can see we've got it on 0. Maybe give it a little bit more there. It's just going into the 0. Now the idea being is you can bring everything up within your mix to normal levels as you would normally. Just bring your faders back up. Doesn't matter that it's going into the yellow a little bit. Just bring that one in. Got a bit of New York compression on it as well. So there you can see we've still got loads and loads of headroom. The beauty of that for me is you can now put a limiter on it like the L2, or let's have a look on the master. I'm actually using the invisible limiter. Let's bring that in. So you can see now loads and loads of headroom there. Brought it up 11 dB. Brilliant for your mastering engineer to tweak your mixes. He's got loads of room to apply EQs, compressions, limiters. For me, I've found it's made a massive difference to my mixes. Not only, well, I think the main reason being is I've got a constant. Every mix that I do, I've got a constant, because this kick drum is hitting 0. So I know that when I start a new track, every time I'm always starting off at exactly the same level. So it just, for me, it's made a massive difference. There is a little bit more to the K-metering side of things. Another good reason for using it is because obviously we're in the digital domain nowadays. However, previous to the digital, when we're in the analog stage, what you'll tend to find is we were doing things nowhere near as hot. So for instance, most of the Waves plugins or any analog plugin or analog replicating plugin, if you like, isn't expecting this massive digital signal going into it. We'd have normally fed something in a lot lower. So what you'll tend to find as well when you're using this system is all your insert effects will probably sound a lot better, because you're not pushing them way too hard or way too hot to start with. So like I said, just because of this alone, I've found the difference to my mixes is phenomenal. Another reason really as well, what you're supposed to do is set up your speakers to like a listening level of 83 dB. Yes, that is part of the whole K-metering process, but to be honest, from a visual point of view, if you just do this within Cubase or use a third-party plugin, K14 meter plugin, there's a few out there, then you know, regardless of how loud you're listening or monitoring your mixes, you're still always going to have a constant. I found when you do set up the 83 decibels with your monitors, you can actually sit and listen and monitor for hours and hours and hours. The only problem being is you might find it's a little bit too quiet. So again, that's why I always have my limiter on my master, so I can just come in, and when I want to sort of just sit back and appreciate the mix in its full glory, I'd probably turn the limiter up. And there you can see we're getting pretty much up to digital 0, which would be almost like your mastered track. So you can, you know, still get the volume out of it. Then when you're going back into doing the work, just drop that back off and away you go again. So yeah, I hope this has been useful. It's quite a tricky subject, this. I probably haven't covered half of the battle, but by all means get in touch with some questions, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So until next time, bye bye.